be here. I'm here only for 20 minutes, just to let you know that I've been watching this trial happening here in Orlando, Florida. Kate B, I'm here from Central Florida. I've been watching it for the past 3 or 4 days because I've been fascinated with this suitcase murder case that happened here in Orlando. How can you hear me? I hope you can hear me well. So this live stream is about the verdict that's about to be issued by juries in Orlando court, and the jury will be deliberating. Hopefully they get the verdict before 10. And I'm here to tell you about this case because I've been watching live on Fox 35 Orlando. I've been watching every day, listening to this case, listening to their defense, to the prosecution, listening to psychologists, psychiatrists. It was such an interesting, fascinating case and trial. So I'm here to share with my viewers about the suitcase murder case. And this is unfortunately, took a long time. This trial took like 6 days. The court proceedings took 6 days, and we're about to hear the verdict. So hopefully by 10 p.m. tonight we'll hear the verdict. But before we hear the verdict, my verdict will be, okay, there are 3 charges that can possibly come out of in the verdict. First one is second-degree murder. Second one is a manslaughter, and third one is negligence, like whatever. So, Wood VR, can you hear me? Are you watching the suitcase, Sarah Boone suitcase murder? So, this is the lady. She was drunk. She's been living with her boyfriend for about 3.5 years. They've both been drinking a lot, abusing alcohol. She's alcoholic, I think. So what happened, she found her boyfriend in the suitcase in the morning after they played a game of hide and seek, what she's calling the game of hide and seek. But then the video was found on her phone, and you can see this video all over YouTube, how the guy is sitting in the suitcase and she's torturing him. So she had a 2-minute video on her phone, just when he was in the suitcase, telling her he cannot breathe, and instead of letting him out, she keeps telling him that she's trying to take, she's trying to tell him that's how she felt when he was choking her. So she's trying to pay him back. But it was very interesting trial because you could hear that the defense, they called psychologists, and the prosecution, they called psychiatrist, forensic psychiatrist. And psychiatrist didn't give her diagnosis of the battered spouse syndrome, but psychologists gave her that diagnosis, and the whole defense was built on the case. The whole defense team built its case on this battered spouse syndrome. That means that she was so afraid of her boyfriend to get out of the suitcase and be violent, that she left him in the suitcase and she went to bed, and he died in the suitcase overnight. It's a terrible case. And the poor guy asked her to let him out because he couldn't breathe, but she was filming, and that was a huge big evidence of her being guilty. So in my book, she's like guilty as hell, but I don't know what what jury's gonna say. And this is the case that's happening right now in Orlando. So the juries are deliberating. I'm watching Fox News and Fox 35 Orlando, where they show the trial live from the courtroom. And if you have time, I suggest you guys come back in like 30 minutes and we can discuss, because I'm taking my daughter to the football game. I'm driving her to her school, but I'm really fascinated with this case. And my verdict is she's guilty as hell. It's a second-degree murder. I don't know how much she'll get. She'll probably get between 20 years and life in prison. I don't think she'll get life in prison. I agree that they both were two drunks and violent people, but her boyfriend didn't deserve to die this terrible death, and she's a pathological liar. From other evidence that was shown in court, she was very aggressive and abusive towards him, calling the police all the time, and they took him away, blaming everything on him. But in this case, I truly believe that the woman was an aggressor. So it's a very interesting case, because she turned table and she started to, like, she turned away plea deal, which was very stupid of her. She turned away 8 lawyers, and now those lawyers didn't do a really good job defending her in court, because everything was based on this stupid battered not stupid, but this battered wife, battered spouse syndrome. And they were trying to tell that her life was in danger and she was protecting herself. So they're hoping that she'll get a manslaughter. That's a lesser charge, because, you know, she didn't kill him on purpose. But from the video she took, and the video you could see on YouTube, suitcase murder. Like, it's all over the place. So suitcase murder, and it's insane. It's so graphic, because you can hear the man pleading for getting out of the suitcase, but she's just bickering. She's just you know, mean to him, and she's just and later on she through the suitcase she even beat him up with the baseball bat. And I, you know, from what I heard in court, from what I've seen, all the evidence and all the prosecution case, I'm on the prosecution team. I'm supporting prosecution team. So I'm looking for the juries to be smart and, you know, like, to agree that this lady did commit the second-degree murder. I don't think it was a manslaughter. A second-degree murder is not premeditated killing. It just happened. But it happened because, you know, she was super drunk, and she was super mean, and she was not defending herself, not in any case. He was in the suitcase. He couldn't do anything to her. He was just, you know, pleading for, you know, for asking her to get him out, but she didn't. So, and she went to sleep, and she forgot that he was in the suitcase. In the morning she found him dead. So it's called Sarah Boone suitcase murder. If you have time, let's meet in about 30-35 minutes here on my live stream and discuss this case, because I made lots of notes, and I'm still watching, you know, live from, you know, from the court when the juries could be back with the verdict. It could take 1 hour, it could take 2 hours, but they're allowed to deliberate until 10 p.m. tonight. So hopefully we can hear the verdict tonight. So I'm your reporter from Orlando, and I do have a strong opinion that she's guilty as hell, just because I've seen a lot from these 3 days of trial, and I've listened a lot to the testimony of the witnesses, and I think prosecutors did a great job putting the final, the closing statement. The guy did very good job showing graphic videos again, showing the guy in the suitcase. And what made me like super sad, I even shed a tear, because the mom of the deceased, she was the mom of her boyfriend. Sarah killed his elderly mom, was in the courtroom, and she couldn't, she had emotional breakdown during the video of him showing, like asking to get out of the suitcase. His mom was in the court, and she, like people in the court are not allowed to be emotional. But his mom got emotional, and defense, instead of like being empathetic to the mom, they wanted to dismiss the trial as a mistrial, and that was awful. It was just a trick, the last effort that the defense team was trying to do. I watched the video. Oh my gosh, what do you think, Wood VR? Do you think she's guilty? Do you think she killed a poor guy, 100-pound guy in a suitcase? Like, I don't know, he looked like a boy to me, and she looked like, you know, like she's younger than her age, and they both alcoholics, and they both had very, very unhealthy and toxic relationship. There is no right or wrong here, but like if they had violent relationship, she is guilty for sure. Yeah, would we are. Okay, I'm taking my daughter. I have to drive for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna still go back and watch a little bit live from the court on Fox 35 Orlando. And let's get back together on my live stream later tonight and discuss this amazing case, because I have lots of notes about, and I'll give you more details, what I noticed, what I was interested in, the testimonies of the witnesses, how I like the witnesses, and how I like, you know, the trial, and what I learned from this trial, because, you know, I didn't watch a lot of trials, mostly in the movies, but there was a real trial that happened in my city, in Orlando area where I live, in Orlando, and I live in Orlando area. So I was really fascinated by this case. Thank you, Wood VR. If you want to stop by, just stop by for part 2 in about 30 minutes. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, Kate B. See you later, and we'll discuss the case a little more. Thank you. Bye. Love you all. Thank you for supporting my channel. Bye.